Do you feel trapped in a never-ending cycle working in your landscape business and feel like you never have enough time for your own life outside of work? I'm Andrew Latursky with the Ultimate Landscape Academy, and over the last 14 years, I started, scaled, and exited my business. I made a lot of mistakes along the way, but I'm here today to help landscape contractors like yourself avoid these mistakes and get to a better part in their business much quicker than I did without the help of somebody else. You feel like you're trapped in your landscape business, always working in it, 50, 60, 65 hours a week, and you never have enough time for anything for yourself outside of your business. You're getting run down, you're getting tired, and maybe people in your life are getting frustrated that you're always working. Does that sound familiar? I know it hits a point with me because that's exactly what happened in my life. And it took me hitting a bit of a breaking point where I was so offset by my working time versus my time for myself that it just started to affect the relationships around me. So I've got 3 ways that I myself actually changed the amount of hours that I was working in my business because I was able to implement these strategies that gave me actually more productivity in my business and more time for my own life. All right, so number 1 time saver that you can use for your business are templates. I use templates for so many different areas of my business that I've lost track of how many I have. But actually, in our membership dashboard, there's a bunch of them there. So if you sign up for that, you'll get access to all the same templates I used when I grew my business. The most important ones at the end of the day, in my opinion, are the overhead calculator and the job tracker. These are ones that I used either once a season or every single job. So my overhead calculator, I would use every single year on repeat, and I would do it once a year, although I would enter stuff in it throughout the year that told me how much overhead I need to charge for my following season. That was a template that was just something I could repeat. I didn't have to go back through my numbers. It was really simple to plug stuff in, and I had a number spit out at the end of my season. As far as the job tracker goes, this template actually has an estimating thing built into it too. So you enter your materials, and it's all from drop-down tabs. You don't have to actually manually type them in. They auto-populate for you. So the most common ones you use will just pop up time and time again. From there, it has a tracker that's built into it too, so you can actually track your materials you use on job for each and every one. It's not like back and forth writing materials on paper and then checking them off your estimate. Like that back and forth is where you actually eat up a lot of time. So having those templates that you can just reuse over and over and over again will start to free up maybe 1 to 3 hours every single week. Okay, maybe even up to 5 hours a week. So if you can save 1 hour per day and get home an hour sooner, I can tell you that the people in your life are going to thank you for it, and you're going to start to enjoy that little bit of extra time that you have outside of working in your business. And not only do you save time by getting home, having the standardized tracking will actually make sure that you don't miss expenses along the way. So not only are you going to save time, you're going to save money by using these templates too. It's a win-win. All right, and number 2 way that you can actually get more time to live outside of your business is to invest in yourself. Alex Hormozy says that you can buy knowledge one of 2 ways. You can either buy it with time or you can buy it with money. What this means is you can either make mistakes along the way and then learn from them, and that's the cost that it gets that knowledge, right? You're buying your knowledge with the mistakes and the time, or you can pay for other people's information and their knowledge from their mistakes, right? So instead of making these mistakes throughout your season that may cost you time, if you pay up front, you get the mistakes, the lessons that have come from it right away, and then you will avoid making those mistakes in your business. So you pay up front, and yes, it costs money, but you're going to save time all the way through the season. And if you do it properly, investing in the right spots, not only will you save time, you'll save money, which will offset the cost of the investment you made in yourself. If you actually want more time off in your business, then you need to start investing in your business, and you need to invest in yourself. And there are a lot of different ways that you can do that out there. There's different training things that you can do. You can learn a new skill. But honestly, in my opinion, the number 1 way that you're going to get from where you are to a better part in your business that's going to give you more time is to actually take courses and to have a business coach. At the end of the day, you're really good at getting installations done and growing your business through actually doing the work. But how much time do you spend on working as a CEO in your business? If you learn how to actually set up systems in your business, systems for like hiring and onboarding, systems for tracking your numbers, your profit and your overhead, systems for like employee retention, like how do we actually keep employees and grow them? If you learned about all these systems or the KPIs, which is the key performance indicators, a way that we measure growth in our business, within a program, you would realize how quickly you weren't spending enough time as the CEO, and that's why you were stuck working all the time. When you can pull yourself off that job site for enough to invest in your business, and the off season is a great time to do it, you realize these systems that you can build will save you time on site and will actually save you money in the long run, so you'll have better profits and you'll be able to take more time off work and go on more vacations. At the end of the day, when you have more resources, more help, and somebody to hold you accountable to your goals and actually help you with action items every step along the way, you're going to reach those goals and you're going to get there a lot quicker than if you tried to do do it by yourself. Trust me, I know. I tried doing it by myself. It took me a lot of years to figure out the things that I learned. And if I could go back and do it all over again, I would invest in somebody to help me so avoid making a lot of the mistakes I did and grow my business quicker. All right. And number 3, this is going to be one that actually I think it sounds simple, but it's really, really hard to do. And trust me, I was there, is you need to stop doing everything in your business by yourself. Delegation is vital when it comes to running your business. It's just not possible to do everything in your business and still have a life outside of it. Even to that point, it's hard to do everything in your business and grow your business. If you're trying to do that, you definitely won't have a life outside of it because it just takes too much time. Learn to delegate tasks to team members, okay? It's little things here and there that you can pass off and you can give to somebody else who may actually be able to do the job better because they're not so burdened by a really, really busy schedule. So you might find as you start to pass these tasks off, they're getting done maybe quicker, they're getting done maybe in a better way. You start to notice your business actually starts to grow because you've delegated things to the right people who can invest more time and more brain power in them than you have to when you have everything else in your business to think about as well. A quick example of this one, I would say, is layout on a job site or even prepping trucks and trailers for the morning. So one of the things that I did as time went on in my business is I had like a morning meeting, and in that morning meeting, we talk about what we were doing for the day. I'd stagger them so my crews were at different times. This is what's going on in this project. Here's the kind of things that need to be done. And then I would turn that over to the crew lead, and the crew lead would then get all the tools, make sure everything was hooked up like equipment wise and everything else was ready to go. And if any like phone calls had to be made about deliveries and stuff to the site, they would take care of that stuff. And that actually allowed me to then focus on the next individual. It also got me into my like office where I could actually start doing work sooner. I could make phone calls to clients. I could do estimates sooner. When I started passing off the morning prep for jobs, the installers themselves had to think about what they needed that day. So they started thinking about the process. Like they actually started to visualize the installation. And I think when they got to job sites, that little bit of visualization that they had to do in the morning when they were packing up for tools helped them actually work through their day. It's amazing what a little bit of time visualizing your day looks like as far as productivity. That was a big one for me, that when I passed that off and I stopped loading the trucks myself or saying, okay, we need a packer, we need a machine, we need this. When I stopped doing that, I actually think that installations went a little bit smoother and got done a little bit faster. And by doing this, not only are you saving time, but you're actually going to build a stronger and a more collaborative team. All right. They're going to learn how to work together better. And as time goes on, that's going to help grow your business way more than if you were out there telling them what to load up in the mornings. Okay, so utilizing these strategies, right? These 3 strategies of using templates, investing in yourself, and learning how to delegate are going to be huge. If you can start implementing these, you're going to realize that you have more time this season to live outside of your business. You won't get overworked, you won't get run down, and you won't feel like you hit a breaking point midsummer like you always do, wondering why you're in the landscape business to begin with. And remember that taking care of yourself is just as important as taking care of your landscape business. They go hand in hand. If you're not at your best, you're not going to be able to show up for everybody else in the company and your clients. Thank you for taking the time to watch today. I release new videos each and every week, so I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and click that bell so that you're notified each and every time I release a new video. All right, take what you learned here and hope you get out there and you grow.